So about the federal contracting, is it strictly for US government related contracting, or is there any opportunities to contract outside of the United States, or is that something you maybe foresee in the future? Or how does that feel?
Got it.
Where is that?
So for Mission 500K, we focus on specifically simplified acquisitions, right, which are uh, contracting opportunities $250,000 and under. Then we do micro purchases and purchase card transactions. These are all kind of part of the same, like the simplified acquisition area, right? Low hanging fruit. They do not have as many requirements. You do not need to have as much past performance. Many of these opportunities you never ever have to write a proposal for. You usually have to submit just price. And so I kind of stay in that vein and help small businesses pursue these smaller opportunities. Now, there are agencies like the Defense Logistics Agency that supports all of the different US agencies as well as allied nations. And so there are ways to do business through the US government, but outside of the United States as well, depending on what agency you're working with. Plus, the United States has an embassy everywhere, and they always have contracting opportunities, but it's still considered US contracting. I personally have delivered whiteboard paint to Kabul, Afghanistan, right? But it was for a US embassy, but I had to get it to Afghanistan. Do you see what I mean? So it's still under the US government. So yes, the answer is yes, I do stay within US. Again, transferable skills, though, once you kind of understand the federal procurement process, it's easier to understand other procurement processes for, other places as well. But we stay in the US primarily.
And you talked about the cohort, the initial cohort, and now I see you're doing a 6-week boot camp. So talk a little bit about how that's transformed in the year and 3 months that you have been educating small business owners about.
So the first few cohorts started out as just that 6-week boot camps. I was live 2 hours every single week. Lots of information, lots of stuff to do. I'm coaching them. They're, we're crying, laughing, and building all on Zoom, right? And so what we did was we surveyed the audience. We had post-class surveys and things like that to understand what their needs were. What did they feel was missing? What else did they want? And so what that turned into is a federal contracting accelerator course, a self-paced course where you can literally enroll at any time that you want. You don't have to wait for open enrollment. You can enroll right now today and work through at a self-paced at your own pace, right? And then you also get access to our Facebook group where all of our students are. And so in that student hub, I'm doing exactly what I used to do on Zoom. I'm showing up with questions and answers. I'm in there kicking everybody in the butt. I am, let's go get it. What are you doing today to move your business forward? So I am still hand holding, and then my whole team is serving in that Facebook group. So now we just put support around all of the content. And then we kind of added that we noticed business owners were struggling with finishing the information and finishing the courses because business owners are ADHD most of the time, right? All over the place. And so we decided to start training their support staff, and we equip and train the staff that surrounds the business owner so that they can get accelerated results. So as the business owner, you can just say, hey, I want to do business with the VA, and your assistant knows what that means. How to find the forecast, how to connect with the OSDA group, how to identify opportunities, how to respond. They're equipped to support you. So that's kind of how we do that.
For a business owner like myself, that would definitely be a necessity. If it wasn't for my virtual assistant, making sure all my I's were dotted and T's were crossed, I would not be certified as a minority business already. And
Yeah,
I acknowledge that, and I appreciate her just making sure, because we get busy, there's a new shiny thing. We want to
yeah.
offer something. We're just like, our brains just are all over the place. So I'm so glad that you offer that.
So
Um,
that's why we did that.
but yeah, that is going to be so major. So now it's self-directed. So when they walk away, or when they complete the course, they then do the steps and the things that you've taught them in order to get the federal contract, and you guys support that.
Yes.
Okay.
And there are assignments along the way. So the entire course, it's not like, take the course, learn the information, and then go out and implement it. There's implementation at every level. So this is how you register. Now we need you to register. Do the thing, check it off the list. You got that done. This is who the OSDBU, your small business specialist, is, right? This is how you find them. Now identify 5 and go to them. This is how you use the resources, the free resources that exist. Go contact your PTAC office. Go contact it. So it's implementation at every step. So it's not like you have to get through it all, then get to the end and say, okay, start at 1. You're doing it and building the entire time.
So when they walk away, what should they expect to have?
So from the course, when you walk away, 1, you will be properly registered in sam.gov with a profile that makes sense for your business, right? Second, you will have multiple strategies for multiple income streams as a result of the class. So be it purchase cards, micro purchases, simplified acquisitions, however you decide to go forward, you'll have several streams that you can pursue, right? You'll also have a list of purchase card holders. Like, I give a list of purchase card holders that you can start contacting in the government, along with the script, what to say to position your service or your product before these folks. You get a big toolkit with every single script I've ever used, spreadsheet I've ever used, like anything I've ever used. We've scoured the entire internet so that you don't have to. And we put everything into one big toolkit with just PDF, downloadable, step-by-step strategies and maps. Like, that alone is worth the course. And
Right.
then we have, and then you walk away with like real world experience. So we have people come in to the class and do interviews. And so you'll learn from government contractors and small business owners that are succeeding in the space. And they're going to tell you exactly what they did. And so that you can glean from them and possibly implement the same thing. So all of that, plus a lot of support, but it's all on, you can go to waterwalkeracademy.com.
Subscribe and hit the notification bell.